Sometimes I feel like my head is going to explode, but that's how I felt today when Don Lemons had Hakeem Jeffries on his show. And I thought, oh my God, am I going to go off? Am I going to lose my mind? But the only thing that held me together was earlier I was looking at Rachael Maddow on MSNB Now, and she had a guest on there, which was Jon Ralston, and uh, they were discussing the book The Game Changer, and it was about Harry Reid and how he would really fight to the end, and he would uh, just never give in. And they talked about how soft spoken he was, and how he really um, had good people surrounding him, giving him good advice. Had a good wife that made him change his mind about uh, you know voting for Clarence Thomas as a Supreme Court, and that one even surprised me. But I'm saying this because I always look for answers. I always like to read books, and I did try to find that book, but they didn't have it at the library, so I had to get it on the Amazon Audible for Audible books. And I also, while I was doing that, I went to get the other Audible book, which was The Good Fight with Harry Reid and Mark Warren. And I just really don't want to go off this time. I really don't. And the only, like I said, the only thing that kept me from losing my mind when not Schumer, but Hakeem walked out there, is that I feel like I do have something that I can go look at and read, and maybe they will go and look at it, because I have felt so let down by the leaders. I don't feel like it's their moment in time to really fight, or they don't really know how to fight. And it just blows my mind with Schumer coming out, like they say, kicking the can down the road. Hell, kicking the can off the bridge, dropping the can over a mountain. I just feel like, and I think I get angry because Hakeem seemed like he always backing him. Okay, that's all well and good, but we the people are hurting. We're hurting, and because we don't feel like you're doing enough. And this is to Don. I really appreciate you having all these special guests on, but I'm making this because I'm probably not the only one feel like that. I also looked at, I Had Enough, I Hip Hop podcast, and those two pretty young ladies over there feel like I do not. And and to say this because it has been so much that has happened, and so many people that we haven't heard from. And uh, even when I think back on this video, and when they're talking about impeachment, and with AOC coming out saying, it is Section 2, Article 4 of the Constitution to uh, impeach or get rid of Donald Trump. It was kind of like that feeling of when Schumer walked out and he said, "Rain, rain, ice in." I thought, can this man think of a stronger damn word than rain somebody in? Why come he couldn't walk out there and say abolish ICE, because they need to be abolished. And then when while Jeffries was on the show today, I thought, you asked him a question, and it was kind of like, well, he kind of went around it. And I guess I just want ice out the picture since these people's death. I know the internet and every place is exploding with um, saying, well, it's the white people's fight. It's all of our fight. I mean, although we've been fighting for a long time, like the two young ladies said on their podcast, if you're gonna be in this fight, maybe you need to come over there and get some suggestions from the black community, or black, brown, and beige community, because we've been in this fight for a long time, and now we all in it. And I know they probably in shock because they didn't think that they was gonna be. They didn't think they was gonna have to. Uh, Fight this fight. They thought that, they were going to be excused, or their white privilege card hadn't ran out, but it has ran out. And, when I think back to reading the book, The New Jim Crow, at that time I couldn't understand why these people always thought that they were supreme, because the whole thing in her book, Michelle Alexander say it's a redesign, and it's not so much as a person being in prison or mass incarceration. That was one way, but it was going to be like they say, the enemy within on the outside. Because once you become a felon, and let's stop there. When I heard the word felon, I thought, what happened to the American people? Because they lost their damn mind. When you're a felon, just like this lady say in her book, or what we've experienced, you don't get a good education. You don't get fair housing. You don't get a chance to vote. You locked out. You isolated. People judge you on your title, and then they turn around and voted on a felon. And this man has, DJT has so many labels on him that I couldn't even believe that they brought themselves to this. And I was angry with the Democratic Party, because I thought, if you all had came out there stronger, and he said today about Christy Nome and her, getting impeached. I was thinking, before y'all went in there and voted, what, 90% for, was the one in Cuba? What's his name? What's his name in Cuba?
Marco Rubio.
Marco Rubio. 90% of y'all voted for Marco Rubio, and look how he turned. He turned on everybody. And if I felt like if you all had balls and went in there and was trying to get rid of this man at first, I wouldn't feel this way and be so angry, But like I said, the only thing that had me holding it together, and not calling people motherfuckers today, and I kind of still feel that way, because every time I see them come out there, I think this is some bullshit, because we really need strong leaders, and a lot of people just have felt like the Dems haven't done enough. They have certain Dems out there that's really pulling their weight, really doing what they need to do. But I just think I just snap when I see Hakeem, or I snap when I see Schumer, because Harry Reid, and me thinking back, Harry Reid was a Tasmanian devil, and he fought. And like I said, I don't know all the people that's around in your party, but you need to get some new people, And I mean, if you don't hold the line, because the Republicans, they have to take responsibility for, basically killing off people. You all had that bill, and what happened in that bill? They funded our deaths. The Republicans funded our deaths, and this ICE is funding our deaths too. I don't talk about 2 days, a week, whatever. What is just gonna give them more time to kill more people? You know, and like I said, in the new Jim Crow, it was about outside the system, whether if you had been in there and once you got out, or even it's not about immigrants, because they're trying to tag anybody. Once they put a tag on you, it's how people view you. And that they went from that to the drug war, to the next, which is white people, which they have been targeting you all along, but I don't think you all have been paying attention. And Black America have been trying to tell you all, hey, they coming for you. They coming for everybody. And just like the judge, I can't believe Kavanaugh with his ass. What is his legacy gonna be? Racial profiling, because he didn't stop it. What is it? Kavanaugh stop? He did not stop people being racial profile. And then just like when they said about the Voting Rights Act Section 2, what he said? What did he say, Vaughn? He said,
when is it going to end of the voting rights? And gaslighted Renee Nelson. So that's going to be gone as well because of Justice Kavanaugh.
And they had up there in their robes, and I'm surprised that they don't have a big investigation. And I know probably Jasmine Crockett, would have an investigation against Chief Justice Roberts, because that's the only person I would see being that aggressive to do it.
Him and Clarence Thomas.
Him and Clarence Thomas, because that Supreme Court, that in itself is a racket. And that's why we're here today. But the thing that's keeping me together right now, when I sit back and take a deep breath and stay off of here for a minute, don't make a video and chill out and look for answers, because like I said, you guys, I thank you all so much on the independent side, and MSNBC, which is
MSM now.
Well, MSM now, because I always say MSNBC then and MSNBC now. They've those were my dogs over there, and they like I said, Fox News. We all know that's a propaganda channel, and people
It's
don't
now state-owned media, Fox News.
people don't treat it like a propaganda channel. And now that all these tech bros and all this on there, ain't no need to going over there because it's going to be a bunch of lies. And that's all it has been, a bunch of lies. Now this is going to be bigger lies while they're over there fighting over if something happened to Trump, and we all know something been happening to him, trying to get rid of Stephen Miller. And that's another thing. I thought that my boy Schumer would be going after Stephen Miller because he the one's in Trump's ear. And Christy Nolan, what do she do? Other than running around there changing her fashion and being a Barbie doll fascist, protecting Donald Trump.
And killing dogs.
Yeah, and killing dogs. And every psychiatrist knows you kill an animal, you kind of one of a very inhumane person, your damn self. So
you're on your way to murdering that human.
I was, like I said, the only thing that's keeping me from going off the deep end is when Rachel said today, and I will repeat, and I hope that Schumer and Jeffries go read the book on The Game Changer, because they need a lot of their game change by Jon Ralston. Even give John a call. Call John and say, John, well, what is it that we can help you with that Harry discussed with you? Even Harry wasn't not fond of John, but still he gave him a play and opened the door, and John ended up writing a book, and go over there and get the book The Good Fight, Hard Lesson with Harry Reid and Mark Warren. Because you guys, like I said, I don't know who is around you all, but this is not the everyday ordinary fight. And you all just can't get it in your damn head that these are people that you can't negotiate with. You can't get it in your head that Noah's a complete goddamn sentence. It's just no. This negotiation, you didn't go in there. Not one thing. Not one time did the Epstein file. Y'all listed y'all shit. The Epstein file wasn't on there, so y'all just throwed that out. See, and I'm sitting up here thinking, well, what happened to them going on? Because we probably never get it, but you still could fault on it, And so, like I said, maybe you need strategies from Harry Reid. Hell, I wished Harry was alive and he could give y'all some advice. But like I say, nothing wrong with going and getting his book. Nothing wrong with that. And nothing wrong with calling some of the people that Harry knew to help for y'all to get y'all shit together. Because, Don asked several times, asked questions, and it was kind of evasive, and well, he got his elimination, and I don't know, you got your Brooklyn Nation, but I don't feel comfortable, and I'm gonna say to you, I don't feel comfortable with you all going in, because for some reason, and I'm glad Don said that. Are you gonna hold the line? Are you gonna stay on it? Because we have been let down, and we don't want to get let down anymore. And if you can't handle this shit, get somebody else to handle it. That's all we saying. Get somebody else to do it. You got a lot of people out there that can do this job. And don't be so prideful that you want to be the man of the hour and want to sit there and look like I'm the big shit and I can take care of it. Because like I say, we have been let down. Media, the independent media, podcasters are saying it. I'm saying it. I've been saying it. Shit. I love when Steve Smith lose his damn mind over there and say, oh, fuck, Harry Reid, this fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't quite say that because I said that. That's probably how I feel. But, it probably won't be too far off. Malcolm Nance would probably say the same. We got, this is just, people are getting killed, And this shit needs to stop. It needs to be abolished. Schumer comes out there with this weak-ass word saying, we're going to rein them in. Really, Schumer? Really? You're going to rein them in?
You can't rein a person like that. You can't rein terrorists like that.
And I don't know how many times in my head I keep saying, why do these damn people think this is a normal fight. It is not a normal fight, and you all need new strategies to fight Trump and them. They get out there. They didn't have the House, the Senate, and all that, and they did whatever the fuck they want to. And what did you all do? You all just curled up in a knot. I want you all going out there, taking names, snatching ass, doing whatever you have to, holding the damn fort down.
They do the same thing what the Democrats need to do the same thing.
They don't have no respect. The Republicans have no respect. They gave up all their power, ceded all their power. And you're over there talking about you're not gonna do a damn thing with the shit. Ask Marjorie Taylor Greene. Ask everybody that's been ousted. Ask the people that's about to get ousted. You can't work with these damn people.
And they're not your friends either. They're anti-American. They're traitors. They're Confederates. They're traitors.
And once you all get this in you all head that this is a different fight. I put it like this. When I get up in the morning, I have just accepted we are no longer a great nation. I look at it in this way. We're not only not a great nation, we don't have Markey, the Canadian person for a president. Mark Carney. We don't have him for, this is an ally that we're trying to attack. Mr. Quiet, cool, laid back, calm. That's what we need. We don't need all this chaos. Because that's all that we're getting over. And the American people are tired of this shit. We are tired. And and I know white people, they probably out their mind, they like, oh my God, they killing us. Yes, they've been killing us too. For years. And now that's why you're getting this blowback from a lot of African Americans, because we feel like this is a fight that you didn't join us in. We begged you to come along with her, and you didn't do it. My thing is, I couldn't understand why you couldn't understand the term felon, because that's a stigma. And once you get that stigma on there, like in Michelle Alexander's book. And like I said, I'm not coming up here without no damn book or some some knowledge that I can give to y'all. I don't play that shit. I just don't, because I know how narcs work, and narcs fucking don't like factual information, documentation. They don't like books. They don't like you calling them out. And I will keep a fucking book in my hand, or I will keep reading. I will keep learning. I will keep listening to you guys. Like I said, you all have taught me a lot. And there are books that I will bring to the forefront and say, hey, go read this. Because, I'm willing to listen. I'm going to be listening tonight to Jon Ralston's book on Audible. Because, like I said, they didn't have it at the library. And they didn't have it at two of the bookstores that I went to. It wasn't there. One of the ladies told me they had a hard time getting that book. I don't know if it was something going on with the company, but they couldn't bring it in. But I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to find this book. I'm going to listen. I'm going to learn. And that's what the Dems need to be doing. Instead of backing down and basically crossing the Epstein, it didn't have that on the list. And that really pissed me off. That pissed me off. I mean, I'm furious about that. And like I said, if I hadn't looked at Rachel earlier, that's why I have to stay off of, I was trying to make videos regular, and then I thought, you know what, this is getting to be much, because these people coming over here saying the same damn thing, and I don't see the progress, and people are hurting, and these people are marching out here like, hey, we're gonna do A, B, and C, and the bottom line, you're still taking PAC money, and we don't want you doing that shit. We don't want their money. We'll figure it out. But this has come down to lives. This is not Republican. This is not Democrat. This is about fucking humanity. And I don't know if you all get that shit. Like I said, in my head, I always say, okay, we're no longer a great nation. Okay? Rome fell. Babylon fell. Okay? The Confederate South fell. And
empires like the United Kingdom fell.
Well, yeah. What was it? Rome, Babylon, the United Kingdom. It wasn't the United.
Yeah. United Kingdom was an empire too.
Okay, but you know, when I line it up in my head like that, I can I can deal with it better because we have declined, we are failing, but we can pick ourselves up if the Dems just realize that, have some of that Harry Reid mentality because well, I'm not a fan of Pelosi, but anywho, that's another story, another day. But uh, she was a person that was in there with Harry, and they fought. They made deals, okay, and they got a lot achieved. And we want to see. I want to see you all get a lot achieved too. But I don't need this TV action show coming out there, getting on people's shows, acting like you're going to do some shit, and then go in there and fucking renege. And thank you, Don Lemons, for, asking that question because I was sitting there on the edge of my seat feeling like I wanted to choke the hell out of Hakeem Jeffries. And every time I think about when they asked Jasmine Crockett, um, you know, about Hakeem Jeffries, she was really nice about it, and she said, we'll let the people say." Well, I'm one of them damn people that's saying, and like I say, thank you again for bringing him on the show. I even kept my ass out the comments. I make comments. I make comments on everybody's shit. I do. I try to be when I'm making these comments, I'm speaking from my heart zone and I'm trying to be interactive with the community. And sometimes the people that you bring on, it's a hair raiser. I've got this black heart on tonight, but my black heart hat, but I just I just feel like when they go in, they have to realize that this is not the regular fight. This shit is not traditional. This is this is like jumping off the building, bringing knives, bringing whatever you got, but it's a different type of fight. And it just seemed like you all want to get in there and fucking negotiate and these people, they ain't negotiating with you. They don't respect you. They doing everything they can. Anytime you got somebody out there robbing Georgia of the vote shit, and anytime you got all this chaos over in Georgia, chaos in Minnesota, chaos in California, and all I can hear y'all saying, we're gonna talk to them. Well, fuck, you all need to come out that little nice ass bag that y'all got and go to them, go hard. Because that's what we looking for. We looking for fighters. I wouldn't fucking be on this damn video thing if I wasn't out there advocating for my life, okay? That's just it, because I know how to say no to a lot of shit. And I had to say no to a lot when it comes to health. And the bottom line is you all got to learn how to say no. You all got to come in a lot stronger than what you all coming in. Don't use these fucking weak ass words like I'ma rein somebody in. Really? No, I'm going out there and I'm gonna tear this bitch leg out. I'm gonna abolish this shit. We gonna keep this shit closed down to whenever. But every time you all go out there and do it, we get a fucking disappointment. Now I'm just saying this because I feel myself getting, a little bit a little bit crazy now. But like I said, if it hadn't been for Rachel today giving out that book, and I'm thinking, well, I can go over there and listen to that because I better go and get off this video and go listen to it before I lose my mind totally, uh, again, you need to fight a stronger fight because people are losing their lives. And we already know that the Republicans then funded our deaths in the big bill, and a lot of things that took place, like from talking about Kristi Noem should have never been, you know, put up or nominated for that position. You all had the right then to say, coming in, the Democrat, you could have said, we're not going to do this shit. And you just don't get no damn cabinet. But you went ahead and what you do? Let all these people in. So that's some shit on y'all too. That is. And just like I'm sitting here thinking about mistakes and, like somebody say, well, she's up there pointing fingers. Well, I can point the fingers at the American people because, like I said, there's a redesign. And that redesign have moved from black to white to green. And green is the money pay for play. And that's the billionaire babies. They don't give a damn about our lives. They don't. And I'm really, really, you see. And what did Kavanaugh do? Kavanaugh continued his little shit, and he went up there and he kept racial profiling. That's what he may not like Kavanaugh's stop, but that's his shit. John Roberts may not like his fucking legacy, but he the one gave the president immunity. And I mean, when I look at all these people in this cabinet, uh, and their legacy, their shit is horrible. All these people need to be under investigation. All of them need to be taken out. Shit, you should have had some right up in your for what you was asking for. Let's get rid of the fucking judges too. Let's get rid of every judge that then put all our lives on the line. Pass laws not in our interest. Put their personal shit in it. Their personal feelings. You know, I I'm like I said, I probably need to go listen to the book, calm down, take a deep breath, because every time I hear Schumer's name, I feel like Steve Smith. Every time Hakeem come across the damn TV, I feel like, dude, you know, I don't know whose legacy you trying to protect. And even if you over there taking PAC money, you need to back the fuck off. You need to become a little bit stronger, because we the people, just probably me, the people right now, and others don't feel like you all are going to do what you all going to say you're going to do, because you've let us down before. Now, the negotiation that you all doing, they're not negotiating shit with you all. I was disappointed when Jeffries sit there, and even Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't want MAGA Mike to be restored. But what did y'all do? Y'all went in there and restored his job. Now look where we at. So, I can't say I've said my piece, because I got a lot to say, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to keep a book in my hand, and while I was at it, I'm going to tell, I had enough. I hear podcast. This is another book that is called Out of Hiding. It's by Kathleen M. Blee, Kathleen M. Blee, and Robert Futrell, and Pete Simi, and it's Extremist White Supremacy and How It Can Be Stopped. So this is a good book. Go get this book and read this book. It's really a good book, because like I said, I'm not fucking coming up here, because the first thing that'll piss me off if I get in a comment and somebody start talking bullshit, I'm going to ask them, where's your fucking library card? Do you read? Are you listening to other people? Are you listening to independent media? If you ain't, my word to you all is fuck that. And if they take this video down, it's taken down. You may like this video, you may not, but I'm basically saying that a lot of us get in trouble because we don't read. We're making horrible decisions. We're taking people's word for shit instead of doing our homework and researching, and that's how we get in this trouble. I'm gonna put this book up here again. Please read this book, The New Jim Crow. But one book I bought, and and I know this is terrible, but this right here, damn well we are not created equal. We're not created equal, and he's a big part of the damn problem. He's a big problem. We are not created equal, and I'm just saying, you don't have to go get that book. You don't have to go get that book, because no, don't. You don't have to go get it. If you want to go get it, but no, don't do that. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get off of here, because I know I got a lot of listening to do, because one of the books, the one that the Audible, is The Game Changer by Jon Ralston again, and I think it's 11 hours and 40 minutes. And then The Great Fight with Harry Reid's Harry Lessons with Mark Warren, and that one is 9 hours and I think it's 9 hours and 19 minutes. But you do what you have to do. I want to know, how the hell can the Dems, really see that this is not a traditional fight, and they have to fight differently. They have to talk differently. They have to understand that no is a complete damn sentence. All this fucking negotiating they doing, they ain't trying to negotiate with you, So, hey, you're going to just have to say, I want to abolish ICE. Okay, we need to, like they said, defund. You need to defund them. I know the money has already been set out there, but I think what Christy Nome, man, she didn't spend up most of that money on furs and her outfits and whatever the hell flying around. I mean, they money should be out. And don't sit up and kill us off. Don't kill us off, because the Republicans already been tagged. And my question in my mind, when all this came out with these two horrible deaths, and I don't know why they wanted us to see unsee what we saw. Damn, what is the NRA saying? So I guess they are ICE next target, because conceal and carry. That was what they didn't fought on this and fought on this, and now they go out there. I see them. What, they gonna gun them down too? Well, so I got a lot of listening to do. Usually, well, I got listening to do because I couldn't get the books, and I did, or I did get it on Audible, and the bottom line is that I want you guys to hold the fucking line. Do not renege, because I do not want to get back on here and just go the hell off, because that's where I am with the Dems. It's about humanity, not the white, not the black, not the blue. Humanity. It's about us losing our lives because poor ass decisions are being made, and people are going in there, skimping on the shrimp, trying to, just fucking appease people. And we don't need that in this moment in time. We don't. So on that note, if you like this video, or subscribe. If not, I understand, and I hope this video stays up. If not, like I said, I understand, but I'm going and look at this information, and I'm going to continue to learn. I'm going to continue to be on the independent media side, looking at their information, learning from, because I've learned so much from even Les Parnish, Malcolm Nance, from Steve Smith to one of my favorites. I had enough podcasts from Midas Touch, Brian Tyler Combs, and shout out to Brian for getting his 5 million subscribers. Shout out to you, Brian, because you work really hard. And the one that Justice Matters, I like his Glenn Kirshner. And
Secular talk.
yeah, I love secular talk. He's over there being Dapper Dan. Shout out to him, and he's bringing it. And it's just so many people on the independent side have such good information from Market Lies, and sometimes you don't think about who you might get praises from. It may not come in the form that you may want it to come, but there are people watching, and I know anytime that you all have a, a, a show, I try to share and send it out, or paste it on the community board, or take it over to Facebook. And I like Katie Fang over there doing her thing, and it's just many democracy docket, Rick Nelson, you name it. I'm it's a lot. It's a lot to cover, but it's been a learning experience, a hellified learning experience. And to the voters, to the people coming into this term, I'm just saying, and all the content creators, I just could wish that you all could make one damn video, because I mean, just one video. That's all I'm asking that you could do to support, our nation, and but I there are a lot of people out there that's doing it, but there are a lot of people that have I have really, really been let down by. But I just said, you know what? If I have to get up here, and I don't want to say every blue moon, I like to get up here a little bit more, but sometimes I feel like I have so much reading, I have so much to learn, and I will continue to learn. There's a lot of information out there. It's a lot of information on Substack, and um, and like I say, the more I look at, the more I learn, the more I must have to continue to learn. So that's that. And Kavanaugh, I don't give a damn if you don't like Kavanaugh. Stop your ass. You know that's your legacy. Cause, far as I'm concerned, you played a big part in this little boy being detained. You played a big part in the loss of these lives of these people that's gone. Uh, Renee, Nicole Good, and uh, you know, Alex Pretti, and y'all gotta live with that. The Republicans gotta live with their bullshit. All the stuff that they done, that they could have went out there and just just been stronger, and they just laid down and died. The Supreme Court, we don't have, you know, three branches. Shit, the branches, the leaves, and the roots and everything that fell out the damn tree. But once again, I want to thank Don for having his show today. I watched. I liked it, the response. I love Mike Fanone, and he's strong in his podcast. And I just, man, I'm gonna close my eyes tight, and I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna listen to these books. Hell, because I'm gonna listen to as much as I can tonight, and I will be back. And I hope you like this video. If not, hey, I understand, because people don't like the truth. They don't like to be confronted. They don't like to be talked to in a certain way. I've got a different style, because my thing is I'm ready to go in, fight, swing, because it's our lives. It's the same thing as if you was advocating for your life to save your life. Hell, like I said, I'm a cancer survivor. And what do I have to do? I have to do my homework. I have to do my research. I wouldn't be on this damn video talking to y'all if I didn't, And once again, we need fighters. We need people that care about we the people instead of worried about their damn job so much. And I get it about y'all's job, but then, you and the whole country about to go up in smoke with this madman running the loose. I thought Hakeem was gonna get on there and say something about the impeachment of the president. He ain't said shit. He didn't open his mouth about that. So that makes me leery. That makes me feel uneasy. So say what you mean what you say, and damn it, stick to your word. And remember, no, it's a damn complete sentence. I hope you all remember that. And on that note, once again, if you like this video, subscribe. So I'm out.